Já falei que ok. Chega. Falei pra ir dormir. Lembra? Então vai. Não, burro. Tô fazendo merdinha. O controle tá acabando a bateria. Trocar de conta. Vou deixar ele carregar. Também não tá muito carregado, não. O controle carregando. Eita, rapaz. Aqui. Esse é o cara. Quanto tempo a gente não joga? E aí, salve, salve, Matheus. Seja bem-vindo, cara. Boa noite, boa noite. Isso é hora de estar acordado, rapaz. É, cara, tem mais de 2 meses já que eu não faço live. Mais de 2 meses, cara. Mais de 2 meses. Aposto que teve gente até que pensou que eu tinha morrido, né? Tá triste por quê, cara? Não fique triste, não fique triste. Download. Coisa nova. Terminou o namoro? Rapaz, eu não sei o que é namoro há muito tempo. Tu terminou o namoro, já já tu tá de namoro de novo, cara. Esquenta não, se é novo. Ainda vai passar, ainda vai passar muita mulher na tua vida. já amei também. Esqueci, cara, você esquece. E se é pra vocês ficarem juntos, vocês vão voltar. As coisas acontecem do jeito que tem que acontecer. Agora você vai ver, você tá aflito, você tá com o coração apertado, mas isso passa. Peraí, mano, você sabe que há muito tempo eu dizia que ia te dar um sub, né? Mas vou dar hit, pode? Hit? Que isso, cara? E eu, desde quando você fala que vai me dar sub, eu digo que não precisa, cara. Só de estar aí, seguir a gente, acompanhar, né? Já é uma ajuda muito grande. Beleza? Não precisa não, cara, não precisa não. Eu vou aceitar quando eu voltar a fazer as lives. Quando eu voltar a fazer a live direitinho, tiver um cronograma, aí eu vou aceitar os bits e os subs da galera. Mas enquanto eu tiver com essas lives aleatórias, faz um dia, faz uma semana, na outra não, aí não dá, né? Eu tenho que dar um retorno pra galera, né? Só receber e não dar de volta não dá. Beleza? Então, quando eu conseguir um cronograma legal, quando eu conseguir fazer as lives com frequência, aí eu aceito teus beats e teu sub, beleza? Por enquanto não, maninho. Que isso, cara, que isso. Só, como eu falei, só de estar aí, já tá retribuindo, cara. Tá aí, eu abri a live, já apareceu. Que isso, cara. Obrigado, cara, obrigado. S2 pra você aí. Tá aceitado, tá aceitado. Valeu, maninho, valeu. Filha, fecha a porta do quarto, por favor. Porque estava fechada quando você passou. Você entrou e largou aberta. Outra, deita. Já passou da hora. Já te disse que vai acontecer se você não deitar, né? Então deixa esse brinquedinho aí. Eita, rapaz, olha. Isso daí, se você não sabe como usar, é brinquedo. Valeu, maninho, valeu, brigadão. Mais uma vez, brigadão. Ah, com certeza, cara. Ajuda seu amigo lá. Ele tá que nem eu, paradão?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous.
Eita, missão. Ele é professor?
After assessing the
Top,
assignment,
top.
the guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required.
Tava
Naturally,
paradão.
you came to mind.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an
É,
arrest
cara,
warrant for a young Oni by
deu
the name
problema
of
no meu
Arataki
PS4,
Ito.
né? Eu abri ele pra limpar, troquei pasta térmica, bonitinho, mas aí o leitor dele parou de funcionar do nada.
Guys with horns on their heads?
Aí eu deixei ele desmontado por um tempo, até eu conseguir
That's correct. This
comprar
particular
o
Oni is
álcool
quite vocal and audacious,
isopropílico pra
so he
fazer a
already
limpeza
has
do
quite the
chip
reputation on
do
the streets.
videogame, né? Tirar a
That
pasta
said,
térmica velha.
he has never been
Acabei
caught up
deixando
in
ele
major
muito tempo
trouble of any
parado.
kind.
Agora eu tenho que trocar o
So it
leitor,
came
tem
as a
jeito não.
surprise to learn that he has recently
Vou ter
been
que trocar o
accused of
leitor, ficou
stealing
ruim
things
mesmo.
and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this
Meu amigo, as coisas acontecem, né? O videogame já tava velho
This does
comigo.
sound like a job for the
Já
traveler.
tem um tempinho
He'll
que
be
ele tá
back with
comigo.
that Oni in no time.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
Webcam? É, cara, eu quase liguei o webcam hoje, mas aí tá calor pra caramba, tô muito à vontade. Tá
You're
muito
right.
calor,
We
rapaz,
have
tá
no
muito
idea
calor.
what we'll be up against. Better play it safe.
We are
Mas eu
still
vou voltar.
investigating
Quando eu
Arataki
voltar
Ito's
mais à
potential
vontade, eu vou
motives
usar o
behind
webcam,
these
voltar a
incidents,
usar o webcam.
as well as his current whereabouts.
Tem até um aplicativo ali que eu instalei no computador que
But please ask around in the
faz
streets as
umas
well.
faces engraçadinhas, umas faces
There will likely
bacana.
be others more
Aí eu
familiar
vou
with
usar com esse
Ito's
aplicativo pra
circumstances than
ficar
I
com a
am,
cara diferente
who
na
can
live.
provide you with useful information.
Deixa eu te ver, tô de máscara. Tá
Thank
de
you.
máscara dentro de
I will
casa,
await
cara.
your
Você é
return.
doido, você é doido.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
E aí você, cara, fora esse probleminha aí que você teve, né? Com a sua namorada, tá tudo bem, cara? Você tá bem? Tá de boa? Tá saudável?
Let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Eita, nem lembro mais como é que se joga isso aqui.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they
Ah,
could
fica
catch him.
depressivo não, cara. Vai tomar um
And to be completely
sorvete, tomar um
honest,
açaí.
I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
Rapaz, psicólogo? Tá precisando dar uma volta com os
No, not
amigos, cara.
exactly.
Junta a galera,
He's just
vai curtir.
very overbearing in everything he does. Big and so, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the
Caraca,
other
seu
hand,
estômago dói com
he's
açaí, que
emotionally volatile.
triste.
When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged.
Tu gosta de estômago não? Aí
I don't
complicou.
personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away. When someone asks for it, he's willing to
Rapaz,
lend a
tava com
helping
saudade
hand,
desse
but
jogo,
other
desse
than that,
joguinho.
he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang.
Ô, tava com saudade do joguinho,
If
cara.
I
Muito
had to
tempo sem
guess,
jogar.
his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Então, eu tô jogando no PS4. É porque o leitor de disco parou de funcionar, mas os jogos do HD continuam funcionando.
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you.
Então, montei de
He
novo.
tends to spend his time with
Tá
people a little more
montadinho,
lively than
bonitinho,
myself.
silencioso.
Perhaps you could
Pasta
try asking
térmica
around some more.
limpinha, novinha.
Okay, thanks.
Vamos lá no próximo. Essa moça aí.
Arataki Ito?
Mas dava pra eu jogar no
I
PC.
heard about that whole
Dava
thing.
pra eu jogar, eu consegui logar com a
it
minha
must have
conta
been
no
a
PC.
mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end.
Mas
He could never do
fazer
anything
live
so
do
dastardly.
mesmo PC que você tá jogando fica pesado.
Huh?
Eu tenho que jogar o jogo com gráfico muito baixo.
He really as trustworthy as all that.
Ah, no PC, cara, eu joguei Gears of War
Perhaps
5.
you misunderstand
Fiz
me.
live aqui, tudo,
When I
zerei
said
Gears
he could
5 em
never
live.
do anything
jogando no PC.
dastardly, I meant
No PC eu gosto de jogar nos
he literally
emuladores
doesn't have what
também.
it takes.
No PC eu fiz live do
Maybe a
Gears 1
story will
Ultimate,
explain it
fiz
better.
live de
So,
jogos de
he
PS2,
used to
né,
spend a
cara?
lot of
De
time
emulador,
playing
fiz
rock,
live
paper, scissors
de
and hide and seek with the
Zelda
kids on
Breath
the
of the Wild.
streets.
Inclusive eu vou voltar a fazer live de Zelda, cara.
Kids
Você
being
curte Zelda?
kids aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all
FF é
the
o quê?
time.
Free Fire
Sometimes
não, eu odeio Free Fire.
catastrophically.
Mas se for Final Fantasy, eu joguei Final Fantasy 12.
On purpose.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
Pug, você tá falando o quê? PUBG?
He did take it way too far that time. The
PUBG,
poor
cara.
kid
Então,
started
eu jogava
crying,
PUBG,
so
mas eu
I
sou
stepped
muito
in and
ruim.
gave Ito a
Jogar no mouse e
scolding.
teclado, eu sou uma negação. Eu sou horroroso de mouse e
He was
teclado.
pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was
Eu
laughing
tenho
and playing
PUBG no
again as if
PS4
nothing
também.
had ever
Quer dizer,
happened.
eu formatei o PS4, né? Apagou tudo. Mas eu posso
The children
baixar o
quite like
PUBG, mas é
playing with him
muito
because
ruim
he's
no
always
PS4, é pior do
serious
que no
about the
PC.
stakes and never throws a game on purpose.
Jogar o Sul?
So, I
Não,
suppose what
cara,
I'm
não.
trying to
Eu,
say
particularmente, eu não gosto
is
de
a guy who
jogar com
can't
mouse e
even
teclado
beat
também, não.
kids at a children's game
Eu sou da velha
really
guarda,
gonna be
cara. Eu sou
capable of
velho,
these
velho.
kinds of diabolical
Gosto de jogar
deeds?
da maneira antiga. Eu não gosto de óculos VR, não gosto de jogar de
Doesn't sound like a bad
pistolinha.
guy at all.
O
In
negócio
fact,
é o
he kinda
controle
sounds
mesmo.
like a man of
A moda
integrity.
antiga. Sim, eu lembro do Zul.
Yes, my thoughts
Aquele
exactly.
jogo doido,
Still, the
difícil pra
Tenryo
caramba.
Commission's evidence against him is
Tem que ser
supposed to
lenda
be
pra jogar aquilo.
irrefutable.
Lenda. Quem joga aquilo lá, eu tiro o chapéu. É
So,
lenda.
I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything.
Achei difícil
If he
demais pra
really
mim.
has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences
É
just like
difícil
anyone
não, é
else.
muito difícil.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
E lá vamos nós continuar aqui. O meu negócio é jogar no controle. Eu jogo videogame. Eu jogava no fliperama, cara, controle arcade. Depois passei a jogar no videogame. Então, né?
Arataki Ito.
O negócio aqui é
Of course I
controle.
know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
E aí, Gu? Boa noite, Gu Freitas. Boa noite, boa noite. Bem-vindo, bem-vindo.
We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
Uma semana? Não, cara. Eu uso mouse e teclado há muito tempo e não aprendi a jogar.
Arataki Ito
Mouse e
hasn't
teclado,
done
não tem
anything
jeito não.
seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence
Tem um cara
of
falando
all the
sobre
stuff
depressão.
he's accused of?
É, cara, é um assunto muito delicado a depressão, né?
Yes, of
Quem não
course.
tem depressão não
Otherwise,
entende
we'd
muito
never
bem
have
como é
put so
que
many
é.
people on the case.
Mas se vai te fazer bem, cara, vai lá, vai lá.
For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead
Valeu,
giveaway.
cara. Muito obrigado
I
aí
mean,
pela sua
the
ajuda.
whole
Obrigado
city
pela
could have
visita.
recognized
Valeu
it was
pelos
him.
bits também, maninho. Um abraço pra você e melhoras, cara. Melhoras. Depressão,
At first, he was just
pelo
one of
que eu
our
sei, não é nada
suspects.
muito
But
fácil,
when we
não.
went to investigate, he personally
Não
confessed to
esquenta não, você
everything
sai
and
dessa,
started
cara.
trying to provoke
Você
the
sai dessa com
officers.
certeza.
What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire
É
gang.
nóis, maninho. Tamo
He must have
junto.
been planning the whole thing right from the start. Of course he did. Whether
Vou continuar aqui,
material or
avançar um pouquinho
psychological,
no
there is
jogo. Faz
plenty of
muito tempo que eu
evidence
não
either
jogo. Tem
way.
que aprender os comandos novamente.
He's never had a
Dá uma
Mora to
avançada
his
nessa
name his
história.
entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that
Pelo
the
que eu vi,
burden of
tem,
it takes
tem uma
quite the
roupinha
toll on
nova
him.
pra mulher lá das pedras. Caraca,
After
esqueci o
scrounging
nome
for a
dela
living
agora.
all these years, maybe he
Pelo que eu
thought
vi, é uma
that being the
roupinha bem
bad guy
bonita,
would be an
cara. Agora
easier
deu vontade de
ride.
pegar, mas pelo que eu entendi, o evento da roupa da mulher já começou tem muito tempo. Então,
As for his
provavelmente eu não vou conseguir
psychological
pegar.
motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight.
Aratakito.
It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and the Vision Hunt was a mistake. But we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
Então vamos, pessoal. Vamos. Só vamos.
He does sound a
Avançando.
little unstable. Just
Tentar
like
fazer as
people have been
missõezinhas.
saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for all the info.
É, thanks for the info. É isso aí, é isso aí.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. They already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist.
Então a gente vai agora.
Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Ok. Pergunte por mais informações a Sangô. Quem é Sangô? Aqui é Catherine. Sangô, cadê você? Eu vim aqui só pra te ver. Sangô é a mulher da lojinha ali? Eu já vi esse nome, Sangô. Não me é estranho. Vamos aqui, triângulo. Olho de relaxar. Cara, faz tanto tempo que eu não venho aqui. Muito tempo que eu não entro aqui no bowling. Mas eu tenho outra missão pra fazer. Eu não sei, não lembro quem é Sangô. Eu tinha alguma coisa pra pegar com a Caterine, não tinha?
Ad Astra Ab.
Recompensa de hoje? Ih, rapaz, expedição. Tem 2 meses que esse pessoal saiu pra expedição. Ah, agora ele segue o comando. Antes não seguia. Vou pegar essas. Bora. Vai tu. Vai passear, Amber. Era uma corrida nisso aqui. Porque você não tinha esse controle de botar o controle o direcional para onde queria funcionar. Bora. Vambora. Vamos catar uma hora. Agora ficha para passear. Vai passear, vai. Beleza. O que mais que a gente tem
Ad
aqui?
Astra Abyss.
Resgatar. Acho que não tem mais nada não. Adeus. Pergunte, mas vai usar Sangô. Sangô. Cara, eu não lembro quem é essa Sangô. E agora? O que eu faço da minha vida? Quem é Sangô? Ah, cara, olha isso. Uma vez. Eu não sei como finalizar a missão. Depois que eu fui no santuário da última vez, foi atendido. Uma pequena parte dele, pelo menos. Agora, pequena parte deve ser a força do arconte. Todos os. Uhum. E agora, qual é o santuário que eu tinha que escolher? Eu não sei. Eu perguntei aos meus pais e disseram que ainda existem 2 santuários por aqui. Fica perto da casa de chá, na saída da cidade. Vamos para esse da saída da cidade. Caraca, agora ferrou. Saber, vambora. Tá certo, tá certo. Se tá errado, tá errado. Não. Criança bacana, né? Ai, droga. Quebrei o controle. Ah, agora ferrou. Qual a opção? Se deu, deu. Se não deu, não deu. É, eu também. Já consegui umas gemas. Isso aqui é o quê? E aí, moça, quem é você? Eu te vi por aqui.
Shine down!
Ok. Pra onde é que a gente vai agora? Vou dar uma olhada nisso aqui. Não, você não. Concluí as 4 missões. Vamos fazer essas missões, né? Tá mais pertinho. E todos os monstros. Ok.
Coming to be!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Esqueci pra que lado faz as coisas.
Race you at the frying pan into the fire.
Caraca, esqueci totalmente, cara. Nem pra onde faz as paradinhas
Let's
mesmo.
dance.
Let's dance, é isso aí, vamos dançar. Foi aquilo pra gente pegar? Então, vamos para a próxima missão. Vamos lá, próxima missão. Será que tá longe? É, tá perto, né? Barquinho. Partiu. Som do barquinho. Vamos lá, meus amigos. Realmente. Tempo sem jogar, fazer isso daqui é importante, né? Ah, tá. Sei que missão é. Deixa eu ver. E aí, menino Wilson, salve, meu querido, seja muito bem-vindo, rapaz. É, cara, eu tava de férias forçadas. Eu tava de férias. Como é que tá você, jovem?
There is no escape.
E aí, amigão, como é que tá tu, cara? Olha, me acertou. Toma aí, ó. Você deixa. Ih, o cara tá fugindo. Toma aí, ó. Isso é
Let the
seu.
show begin.
Segura, peão. Tudo na paz, graças a Deus, cara. E você, meu jovem? Quase me acertou. Ah, venha, minha filha, cara. Não dorme, não.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
Shine down.
Morreu. Tudo indo. E você, tá fazendo live ainda, rapaz? Eu não fiz mais live, também não vi mais na Twitch. No YouTube eu também não vi mais nada. Eu fiz uma greve geral. Filha, por que você não vai dormir, cara? Qual o seu problema? Tô falando. Oi. Fica quietinho, ok? Quando eu parei mesmo, cara. Parei de acompanhar, parei de tudo. Até jogar. Nem o PS4 tava parado aqui, já tem 2 meses que eu não ligava ele. Ainda mais que ele tinha dado um problema também, aí ficou pior. Cadê o outro?
Let's get down to business.
There is no escape.
Boba, get them. Let the show begin.
My blade to the very.
Vacilou, dançou. Quando parei, cara, eu parei de jeito. Eu tô procurando tá aqui em cima. Ali. Boa. Vamos sair pra lá. É, meu amigo Wilson. Desafio completo, mais 10 geminhas. Ei, o que foi que eu falei? Você tá cantando. Você quer cantar, que canta lá. Se você cantar aqui, vai sair na live. É a minha miúda. Chega, por favor. Você reclamou que tava com sono e não quer ir dormir. Próxima missão. E aí, Ale? Salve, salve, Ale. Seja bem-vindo. Tudo bem, jovem? Graças a Deus. E você, e você? Como é que vai? Quanto tempo? Quanto tempo? Tudo bom, jovem? Graças a Deus. Tudo numa, tudo numa boa.
É azul.
É, tudo nice. E... Fazendo as missões diárias aqui para pegar umas gemas. Será que eu consigo nadar até lá? É, cara, eu dei uma parada, né? Liguei o videogame hoje, já tem dois meses ou mais que eu não ligava meu PS4. Eu tava jogando outro jogo no computador. Tava jogando outro jogo que prometia aí dar dinheiro, mas não deu muito certo, não. Até agora eu acabei foi gostando do jogo, mas dinheiro que é bom nada.
Shine down!
My blade! Finally, the fairy.
Nice and spicy.
Coming to be!
I'll protect us.
Porrada nele, porrada nele.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
Bata. Boa. Então, rapaz, se eu for jogar o novo Horizon 2, vai ser quando eu conseguir pegar o PS5 pra mim. Não quero jogar ele no PlayStation 4, não. Acho que ele merece mais. Acho que eu não vou comprar nenhum jogo novo que não seja pro PS5 quando eu pegar o PS5 agora, cara. Não quero comprar mais jogo PS4, não. Consegui pegar o PS5, beleza. Senão eu vou jogar ou nos jogos no PC, né, nos emuladores, ou continuo jogando no PS4. Esse novo Horizon pede, cara, um PS5 pra jogar, né? Diário feita, colete das minerais, uns outros 150 resíduos. Tá. Opa!
Burst forth!
Irmão.
There is no escape!
Booba, get them.
Coming to be... Shine down!
At the frying pan, into the fire.
Calma aí, faço pra você. Tocante. Enfim, tô vendo daqui. Uma paradinha vermelha. E você, meu jovem? E aí, vai jogar o novo Horizon?
Go,
O que
Barbara.
que você me diz? O que que você me diz? Horizon Zero Dawn. E como é que será que é essa missão? Abrir o baú? Onde é que tá esse baú? Aqui. fácil.
Though it's not gold, it certainly glitters.
Uma missão. Eu tenho que quebrar pedras. E também gastar as resinas. As resinas eu posso gastar fazendo boss. Posso gastar resina fazendo boss. Caraca, perdi o evento, cara. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Detalhes. A ascensão da câmara de arte. Vambora. Isso está muito longe. Vamos para essa missão da ascensão da câmara. Tá lá pra cima. Ah, ascensão da câmara de Jade. A câmara que tinha sido destruída, né? Show, show. Então partiu. Missão da câmara de Jade. E fico pensando, PS5 sem load nenhum, o PS4 com esse load infinito. Até que tá rápido hoje. Pega a tona aí. Ih, morri.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Todo mundo querendo se aproveitar de algo.
Is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project.
Gatona ela, né?
Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled.
Missão nova, cara.
3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Tá, continua.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question.
Corrida do ouro.
You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year,
then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Cara, são bobo não, né?
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
Lá vai.
Oh, no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal!
Yeah.
Let's get involved!
Calça? Não tem problema não. Água não tem problema não.
So you
Pode
heard my
ser, pode
announcement,
deixar
did you? What do you think?
Não tem problema, pode
Interested?
deixar.
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance.
E
The construction
querendo
of the Jade
complicar.
Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
ok,
Remember,
ok,
This is
ocupadinha.
a race against the clock. A rare opportunity
Falei
presents
que era
itself
corrida
to
de
you.
ouro?
Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
O cicatriz.
I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her?
Aham.
Right, yeah.
Vão tomar uma banda. Batiscou. A graça retorna para o vento. Mas aqui na área da pedra,
Hear that? They said they had
eu
some
preciso
useful
dessas plantas.
information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Vou colocar também as plantinhas. Essa daqui que eu preciso. Aham. Ai, ai, ai. Vamos seguir, vamos seguir.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Mais uma plantinha. Então, Cai direto de novo. Morreu.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am?
Não
Nowhere
tem
left to
problema.
run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
Você disse que estava
So
com
what?
sono.
She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and
Olha
nobody
aí,
getting
eles ameaçaram a mulher.
I won't...
No more excuses! Okay, I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shinyue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Deu ruim.
The Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
Se deu mal.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Se deu mal.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
Fome.
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Bubu Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
Só pensa em comer.
Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus?
Será?
It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here.
Vamos descobrir.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Hã?
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
Nada.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains! That proves it! Paimon knew she was an adeptus!
Yeah.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shinha?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baishu? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wood?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs.
Ok, não
And she
sente.
also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the 7 Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds.
Ok.
It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Ok. Então, continuando. Tá longe? Logo ali. Partiu. É, meus amigos. Sem ação, só historinha.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
But without any Sunset Vermilionite...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful? But...
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
Hey.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
Thanks. Vambora. Hora da aventura. Rodei. Pra lá. Vai, sugou. Partiu. Ah, Jesus. Yeah.
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown into the known. I miss this feeling.
Que é isso? Tá falando que é pijama? Filha, para de inventar moda. Para de inventar moda. Sem mais. Pijama? Nunca usou pijama pra dormir. Para de enrolar e dorme logo. Eu já vim aqui. Ué. Ah. Let's go.
Let's see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
Choveu.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Pegue o Sealy. Jovem.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared.
Tá, chega, Paimon. Você fala pra Chuchu. Elemento recomendado. Ok. Então é crio, pedra, fogo. Então choque tem que sair?
My demon expelling mantra is ready.
Vamos lá. Missão, missão, ação, ação. Let's go.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really?
Oh.
Let Paimon see. Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
Ok. Vou jogar com ela. Show. Tinha... Ó. Vambora. Para de palhaçada até. Ela é de água. Ué, com medo de descer e morrer. Tá lá. E aí, bichinho?
Nice and spicy.
One with my blade.
Let the show begin.
Pula! Acabou os criadores. Então, você. Boa, garotinho. Vento. por ali mesmo. Vamos lá. Clint.
Burst forth.
Boba, get them!
Fogo?
A touch of frost.
Colocado. Deixa eu ver agora. Subir, né? Não, não sei se também não. Tem que subir. Opa. Vamos lá.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Nice and spicy! Eat this! Out of the frying pan!
Fogo não espera.
Forth, my blade.
Unleash! By ordinance divine!
Coming to be.
Oi.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Swift and merciful. Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking.
Boba, get them!
Cripple. Tô achando que tinha que fazer muita coisa.
Whoa! We're gonna fall!
Ficou com medinho, né?
Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Swift and merciful. Live.
Tá, pega a mulher. Cadê? Pega a mulher.
From whence you came.
Obey!
Deu ruim. Eita!
Coming to be.
Manifest! Do your master's bidding!
Forth, my blade.
Nice and spicy!
Live. Moment of birth.
aí não. Acabou-se que era doce. Ih, deu ruim. Nenhuma flecha pra acertar o olho do núcleo.
We're gonna fall. This time we're really gonna fall. So high. Luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise that could have ended very differently.
Maneiro.
Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it.
Eu... Dar sangue pra galera.
Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Uhum. Ok. Boa. Ué. Ah, mais uma pedra. Tem alguma coisa aqui, mas acho que... Porta da ressurreição. Ok, então vamos lá.
Come into being!
Manifest! Obey!
Ah, na hora que eu apertei o botão... Esse.
A touch of frost!
Unleash!
Burst forth! One with my blood. Spirit blade!
Let the show begin. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Ai, vai pra onde eu tô mandando.
Witness my great undertaking!
Get them!
Botão errado.
Manifest!
Sério?
Nice and spicy.
Segurei.
You're toast!
Burst forth!
Porrada nele, porrada nele. Olha o Carlos aí, vou deitar no nobre. Vamos voltar a fazer live. Um abraço, cuida você também, meu querido. Bom descanso aí pra você. Muito obrigado pela presença aí, amigão. Não sei se eu voltei não, cara. Tô fazendo hoje. Não sei como é que vamos ficar aqui. Os carinhas estão fatão.
Feel this ancient power.
Deu ruim.
A touch of frost.
Unleash! Cryo incarnate!
Moment of birth.
Boba, get them!
One with my blade.
Manifest!
Acabou.
Let the show begin.
Vai, bate.
Obey!
Porrada, porrada, porrada. Boa. Menino Wilson. Deixa eu... Vamos encher a vida desse povo.
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilion?
Oh.
Let's dance.
Let's dance. Tem alguma coisa aqui no baú para esse lado? Oh. Aí sim. Só ler, só ler. Leitura dinâmica. Vamos lá, vamos concluir a brincadeira. Será que eu ainda consigo pegar a roupa extra da Ningguang?
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite?
I don't know.
It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal
E aí,
its true
gameplay?
nature,
Salve,
breaking
salve,
free from the
maninho. Boa
shackles
noite,
of
boa
the
noite.
mortal
Seja
realm
muito
and ascending
bem-vindo.
up into the heavens.
Eu tô bem, cara, graças a Deus. Nesse momento eu tô com um pouco de fome, mas tô bem.
Only because my master is fond of
Ficar
chatting
acordado
about
até
these
tarde
things.
dá fome.
The
E aí,
moment
como
she
é que
has
tá,
some
Jota?
time to spare, she'll come straight for
Depois
me
de
and start
2
telling
meses sem fazer
story
live,
after
tô aqui
story.
de novo.
I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something.
Tamo na área, cara, tamo na área.
If we activate it here, there's no way we'll
Derrubar
be
é
able to get
pênalti.
it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Caraca, cara, dou no rim?
Must weigh well
Isso não
over
é bom não,
1,000
hein?
pounds, surely.
Don't
Toma
worry.
cuidado com pedra no
I can
rim.
handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Demorei, verdade. Eu quase que não volto, cara. Eu quase que não
Please
volto.
don't worry. I'm well aware that a Prostrate sample this large must be highly valuable. I will my safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy
Quase que eu não
lands on you,
volto,
you're gonna
rapaz.
get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects.
Ah, vamos ver, vamos ver. Tô fazendo live hoje, deu muita vontade de jogar esse jogo. Eu
Is it
falei, vamos
now?
jogar em live.
Well
Mas
then,
acabei fazendo
thank
live
you.
muito tarde.
I'll go on ahead with the plostrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself?
Ah, cara, ocupado, né? Cuidando da minha filha, cuidando da casa, ocupações do dia a dia.
Slow down yet. Let's go meet
Moro só eu e ela tá crescendo e é tanta coisa, e eu tava com muita gente em casa. Esses últimos meses foi bem complicado aqui, viu? Muita coisa acontecendo. Coisas da vida. Eu cheguei a baixar o TikTok pra ver qual era também. Achei uma droga e desinstalei. Tô nada, cara. Ainda tô parado. Ainda tô paradaço. Tô de fiscal da natureza. É isso aí. TikTok. Não, eu quero a distância desse troço, rapaz. Não achei que é tão ruim quanto muita gente andou fazendo parecer, mas não é meu tipo de aplicativo, não. Eu mal uso o WhatsApp, nem gosto. TikTok quer ser mais alguma coisa no meu telefone pra eu não mexer. Lá vamos nós.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
Acho que o Xandão tem TikTok.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply
Cara,
immaculate.
desse modelo.
Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones
Sim,
behind
sim, ele
this.
tem. E ele gosta da
wonder.
brincadeira, viu?
The
É
rarest
viciado em
talent
TikTok.
turns in the rarest plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
Pretty
In
amazing.
truth, it is the finest piece of plostrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage
19K?
of construction.
Olha, rapaz, parabéns.
As a side note,
Dá
Lady
dinheiro, pelo
Ningguang has
menos?
rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
O povo diz que dá dinheiro aquilo lá, dá? Será?
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that?
Sério? Que furada.
Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a
Entendi. Eu nem sabia que dava pra fazer live naquele troço, achei que era só vídeo.
They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Troca por dinheiro, entendi.
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the
Sua placa de
wilderness
captura
to
não
sit and
aparece no
meditate in
OBS?
silence.
E qual é a sua placa de captura?
Do that? It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right?
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Ela aparece ou não aparece imagem? Bom, eu continuo a minha pergunta. Qual é a sua placa de captura?
Hi there.
A vermelha,
Checking in,
live
are we?
game portable.
Just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area.
Pode
And not just workers
ser
either.
atualização,
Visitors,
cara. Alguma
business
coisa modificada
people,
no PC. Se ela
T-sellers,
aparecia
all
antes e
sorts.
parou de aparecer agora.
So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky
Essas
you got
coisas
here. You
acontecem.
did.
Às vezes alguma atualização do Windows também barra. Já aconteceu
One of
comigo.
your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready
Atualizar o
within the hour.
Windows
The
e
other
parar
room
de
is
funcionar
just
até
in
o
the door
OBS
on the
aqui.
left.
Incrível, né?
Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around
Faz
here.
isso, faz isso. Aqui comigo aconteceu. O meu Windows no PC que eu tô usando para transmitir, ele é uma versão anterior à versão nova. Né? Não digo Windows 11, eu digo Windows 10. A minha versão é Windows 10 2 ponto alguma coisa. Já tem o Windows 10 2 ponto mais avançado do que o meu. Eu tinha atualizado e meu OBS parou de funcionar. Aí eu tive que voltar para a versão anterior, aí voltou a funcionar normal.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. É sim, cara, é sim. Ele não é só muito bonito, como ele é muito bom também.
Here. Let's go and say hi.
Não é só bonito, ele é muito bom também, cara. Quando ele foi lançado, muita gente comparou ele com Zelda Breath of the Wild, por causa dos gráficos e tudo mais. Né? Até mecânicas, né, de escalada, gameplay, tem muita coisa parecida. Mas em termos de qualidade de história, né, volume, side quest, esse jogo aqui é bem maior, viu?
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
Vendeu o PS4, cara, que
well?
isso.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe True Cloud Retainer?
Olha, eu tô pensando em vender o meu.
Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they
É,
go
aqui
by?
também, cara, mas aí eu
On
troquei
this
a pasta
latter
térmica do
point, you
meu
are correct.
e
However,
tô jogando a primeira vez depois da
Shenhe
geral que eu
is
dei nele.
human.
Oh, right.
Nem sei se tá fazendo muito barulho, porque o ventilador tá ligado pra minha filha aqui. O ventilador faz muito barulho.
What? You knew already?
Mas sim, meu PS4 é o Pro. E ele tava fazendo muito
Do
barulho.
you mean to
Com esse
say that
jogo,
she
tava fazendo
presents
muito barulho
differently from ordinary human beings?
com o Red Dead Redemption 2.
To start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance
E o
in a
PS4 era
cave.
qual? O normal?
One was passing by and sensed the
Mas o
presence of the god's
PS4 em si,
remains.
cara, com qualquer jogo ele
Being of an
esquenta
ever
muito.
vigilant disposition,
Eu acho que o
one
PS4 é um
entered
pouquinho
immediately to inspect the
mal,
scene.
mal feito pra
Inside was
lugar
Shenhe,
quente, viu?
then aged around 6 years old.
Tem realmente
In
um
her
probleminha de
hand,
aquecimento.
she held a dagger with which she was confronting a
Aí
monster
reforça mais
that was the
ainda minha
god's
vontade de querer
remains
um
incarnate.
PS5, né? Meu primo pegou emprestado de um amigo, falou que não faz barulho, não esquenta, o
When
aparelho
one
é muito
arrived,
top.
she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile.
Caraca,
both
sério? Então
physically and
provavelmente era
mentally,
problema de
and are
falta
highly
de
reliant on
limpeza,
their
cara.
parents for
O
survival.
meu, com The Last, nunca
not
aconteceu
so
isso não. Olha que eu cheguei a jogar 14 horas e meia direto,
That
sem
she
parar.
was able to endure such terrible
Foram
danger was due
14
not
horas e
only to
meia
her
de
strong
gameplay. Foi uma
willpower,
live aqui na
but
Twitch e
also
no
to the
YouTube.
bloodlust and
Twitch e
homicidal
YouTube, live de
instinct
14 horas
with
e
which
meia.
she was
Não deu
born.
problema não.
One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
PS5, cara, eu quero
In other
PS5.
words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal
cara,
world is
Deus
rife
te
with
ouça, Deus te
suffering
ouça.
of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents,
Eu comprei o
and so
meu
we were willing to train her.
e quase não jogo, acredita? Manda pra mim que eu jogo por
However,
você,
her
cara.
homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her.
Meu irmão que se
He
acaba,
declared that her
esperto
fate is
ele.
to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps...
Cortei sem querer, desculpa. Ih, ela tava ouvindo.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhua because you were worried about her.
Show de bola.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control.
Vem guerra aí.
Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
Valeu. Vamos descansar então.
So, Shenhua isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
Então vamos lá. Vamos adiantar a hora até o dia seguinte. Estúdios instalando software do OBS e da placa. Cara, tomara que consiga resolver. Tomara que dê certo aí, jovem. Já mexi muito com OBS e placa de captura. Eu estou usando a minha segunda. Eu estava com a Razer, que era pelo USB. Eu troquei ela por uma interna, que vai direto na placa-mãe. Mas não porque a Razer deu problema. Porque eu tinha intenção de gravar a gameplay em 4K. Mas aí a placa de captura não reconheceu o 4K do PS4. Ou seja, troquei 6 por meia dúzia. Claro, direto pela placa-mãe, placa de captura direto pela placa-mãe, tem um desempenho melhor do que pela USB, né? Mas mesmo assim, não consegui meu 4K. Triste. Então vamos adiantar a hora aqui. Até que horas? Espere até...
What a view.
8 a meio-dia.
How about a quick break so I can...
Vamos até as 8. Não, faz não. Ele tem o aparelho que consegue passar a imagem para ele em 4K para televisão. Então ele joga assistindo a gameplay em 4K, mas a live ele faz geralmente em Full HD.
Full scenery.
Olha, rapaz. Olha aí, Pacto das Estrelas. Novo vestuário. Já assisti umas lives dele em 4K. Eu acho que era 2K, cara. No YouTube eu tô fazendo em 2K. Se você falar no YouTube agora, você vai ver que a live tá em 2K lá. YouTube tá em 2K. Deixa eu tirar esse ponto de exclamação daqui. Isso aí, 1440p. Lá no YouTube eu tô fazendo. Nesse momento tá em 1440p lá. A imagem fica muito boa, cara. 1440p é uma qualidade muito boa. Mas é escalonado, né? A placa de captura não tá fazendo a captura em 1440p. Ela tá fazendo a captura em Full HD. A gente que escalona no OBS para 1440.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is... very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Very much indeed.
Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list.
Wait.
But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken
Concordo com
drumsticks on the
você.
way back last night. There was a place just outside.
Como diz o carinha lá do canal, Press Start, não? É outro nome.
I concur. It has a rich flavor,
videogame
far
é
more
uma
agreeable
das
than
melhores
those I've
coisas da
cooked for
vida.
myself in the wilderness in the past.
Acho que o nome é Aperte Start. Canal muito bom, cara. Recomendo, Aperte Start. Um canal muito bom que conta a história, né, dos videogames. O carinha faz muita pesquisa, traz as histórias muito bem elaboradas, muito bem contada da trajetória dos videogames. Muito recomendado o canal.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
Um idoso jogando? Somos dois, então.
To be tied down by something.
Eu já tô no caminho.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced.
Eu já tô com 43, cara. 43
we build the
anos.
Jade Chamber's keel at ground level.
Meu
Once
pai
the plastrite is
tem
ready,
65,
we place
de
it
vez
into
em
the
quando ele
keel
joga
and
aqui
let the
um
partially
videogame comigo.
constructed Jade Chamber
Futebol,
rise up
ele
to the
gosta de
height of
futebol
the
também, só
surrounding mountain
futebol.
peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your
36,
work.
rapaz, não é criança não.
Wow, can't
Achei que
believe
você era
you
mais
sourced the
novo.
plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
É isso aí.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is...
Homem que não cresceu?
Sorry,
Então você é
not sure we've
baixinho?
met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yoon is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plaustrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
É isso aí, adversários.
Excuse me for prying,
Eu
Miss
tenho
Shenhe,
1,78.
are you
Também
competing
não
as
sou
well?
baixinho.
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first three contestants to procure
videogame, uma
all
das
three
melhores coisas da
materials
vida. Dá pra
will be
falar sim,
awarded
dá
the
pra falar
chance to
sim.
ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other,
Eu sou
we
quase
could work
baixinho.
together to
1,70 é a
secure
boa
the
altura.
top 3 places between us. What do you
Abaixo
think?
disso, aí já complica.
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plaustrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials.
Cara.
I'm gonna head
Eu
back to the
gastaria
ship
com
and ask
comida.
Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory.
E com comida
I'm
também,
gonna
é
take
isso
off.
aí.
See you later.
Cara, na moral, Black Fraud é uma fraude.
Okay, let's go.
Pesquisa durante o ano. Tem um
By the way, what
site
question are
que
you gonna ask
faz
Ningguang Yunjin?
uma medição dos valores de certos produtos.
Performance of our
Eu não
new
lembro qual é o
opera.
nome do site agora.
Lady
Seria
Ningguang
interessante
has
você dar uma
excellent
pesquisada em
judgment,
TV
so
por
I
lá,
would like to hear her
para saber
opinion.
se realmente na Black Friday é um preço
What's the
justo
opera called?
ou é um preço enganoso.
wants
Mas
to
eu
go
sempre
see
acho que é enganoso.
The
Confio
opera is a
não.
labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
E vamos continuar a nossa aventura. McDonald's, Burger King. Esse não é fraco não. Milkshake do Bob's. Melhor milkshake do mundo. Milkshake de ovo maltine, cê é louco.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf?
BK,
Or do you need something
Burger King.
forged?
Cara, eu nunca comi no Burger King, pra dizer a verdade.
Excuse me, Master Zhang.
We were wondering if you'd heard of something
McDonald's
called
pobres já,
a
Burger
Wonder
King nunca.
Core.
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make... So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself
Super
last time.
furioso,
I
que é
don't
gostoso
suppose
demais. Que
brought any
isso,
yourself?
cara. Comer coisa gostosa é comigo. Hambúrguer, pizza. Big Test, é o Big Mac,
Well,
Big
you'll
Test,
need
é
two
bom, é bom.
kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the
Rapaz,
stuff.
eu já tava com fome, tá falando de comida, tá, o hambúrguer tá me dando mais fome
My
ainda.
advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some
Gastou
inspiration.
R$5 em pizza,
Let's
que
not
isso,
delay.
cara.
We should head
Rico,
straight there.
rico. Você tá doido. É muito, cara, é muito. Quase todo dia. É, rapaz, o ano passado eu comi bastante pizza, mas não chega perto do que você tá falando, não. Preguiça de fazer a
I came to
janta.
Mount Tianheng once with my
É, aqui não
father
tem
as a
jeito não,
child.
cara. Sou obrigado a
I
fazer.
remember it being such a long
Tá
climb that I
criancinha.
could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top.
É miúda.
This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation
Eu vou
is
falar pra
said to
tu.
have taken
Eu
place
não
here.
jantei, cara. Eu arrumei a comida pra
Adepti
minha
wander
filha
oft where
e
mortals
belisquei só
seldom
a comidinha
stride.
dela.
Indeed,
Acabei não
this
jantando.
looks like a place that one might expect to be
Agora eu tô
frequented by
faminto.
Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your
Vai
upcoming
fazer 2
opera,
horas de
right?
live já.
And the story takes
Eu
place
tô
in Mount
seguindo todas as
Tianheng.
historinhas. Se eu cortasse, eu já tava bem na
Seems like you have
frente,
a real
né?
connection
Eu
with
gosto
this
da história do
place.
jogo.
What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving
Duas
couple
pizzas por
who were
R$73.
completely devoted to one
É,
another.
cara, dependendo do tamanho, tá com preço bom.
A terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work. Paimon Everyone sure hopes this monster gets put in its place.
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the
Não,
village were
Dolly, tô
terrified
fora.
of it.
Não, Dolly pra
They
mim
had
não,
no
cara.
choice
Dolly
but to
não, eu
give
prefiro
in
uma
to the
Fanta
monster's
laranja.
demand.
Quate,
Just while they were discussing
uma
whose child would be
suquita.
given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No, don't do it, little girl.
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew
Mas
the
de
attention
graça.
of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their
Boa,
own.
boa, de graça.
Her story became the
Né?
stuff of
Até a
legends.
Dolly.
But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be.
Fanta
I'm
laranja,
not
cara.
sure she
Fanta
deserves all
laranja.
the
Não
praise
bebo
she is
coca.
given.
Fanta laranja eu gosto muito.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an
Eu
interpretation
só gosto de
of the
Fanta
events it
laranja.
purports to portray.
Ah, não. Fanta
A
laranja,
certain
Fanta
degree
uva,
of deviation from the truth is always
Quate
inevitable.
Guaraná, Guaraná
When my
Antártica.
father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his
Tem
intention was
aquele de
to
limão, como é que é
inspire
o
his
nome?
audience
Sprite.
with the
Sprite,
character of the
cara.
divine
Sprite é bom
damsel.
demais.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired
Coca também não gosto, não.
Let's go get ourselves
Na verdade, eu
some
não bebo Coca tem mais de 10 anos. Bem mais. Acho que tem uns 20 anos que eu não bebo Coca-Cola. Não, 20 não. Acho que 15. 20 é muito exagero. Quanta uva não desce? Ah, eu curto, eu curto. O que eu tô procurando? Use a visão para procurar por fragmentos de ferro estrelado. Será que é aquilo? Vamos ver se aquilo não. Não acho que é aquilo não, mas vamos ver. É, não é. Quem bebe Sprite não engole qualquer coisa. É, Sprite é bom demais. Você tá doido, rapaz. Uma das melhores bebidas do mundo é Sprite. Aqui tá chato pra achar, hein? Tô vendo uns bichos. Será que tá lá em cima da montanha? Ah, tá aí. Achei. Achei um. Falta só mais um. Lá em cima. Oh.
There should be enough star splinter iron. Now we just need to find that subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Vamos lá falar com o calango.
Hey, there really is someone here.
Esse era o slogan da Sprite? Rapaz, nem lembro. Além de não beber coca, eu também não assisto televisão há muito tempo. Minha televisão só uso para assistir filmes, séries e jogar.
Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Ih, o cara tá doidão.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors
É a vila dela, rapaz. É ela, a menina das
all
bolas. Já
these
sabia que era.
years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium.
20 anos
But I
de
think you
slogan.
can
Bem
find some
velho, hein? Bem
information in
velho,
the
hein?
village.
A Sprite é muito
This place is
antiga, a
deserted
Sprite é muito
now.
boa.
No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Let's go, cara.
What's this?
O médico disse que você está gravemente doente. Não se preocupe, eu farei tudo o que posso para te salvar. Blá 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 blá. Já li tudo.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Aí, matou a charada.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. Oh. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to... Oh. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Que coisa, não? Anotações rasgadas. Rasgada, molhada, manchada. Procure por registro deixado para trás. Ok, olha, mais uma. Instalei tudo de novo e está do mesmo
So it
jeito.
seems that
Que
Shenhe's
isso,
father
cara.
thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic
Caraca.
incantation.
Até poderia
But in
tentar
fact,
ajudar, mas
he summoned an evil god's remains,
sem ver
which took the form of
o
a
que está
monster.
acontecendo é difícil.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted.
Será que é alguma configuração
I
diferente,
do
cara?
wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjin.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Achou. Caraca, que sacanagem, cara. Instalar tudo e tá do mesmo jeito ruim.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhua the news.
Então, por curiosidade, o gameplay, você tá querendo conectar o PlayStation 5 na placa de captura, é isso? Se for, talvez eu saiba qual o problema. A placa aparece no dispositivo de captura do OBS, não aparece mais. Só um quadrinho vermelho bem pequeno no centro da tela. Um quadrinho vermelho. Então, rapaz, no PS5, talvez esteja ativada a opção, eu vou te mostrar. No PS4 tem também. Você tem que desativar essa opção.
I just let things happen, let it all escalate. I bring flowers back here every year.
Aqui no PS4 é a opção HDCP. Tem que ver no PS5. Se tiver ativada, a imagem não passa. Cadê? Não, tela. Configurar sistema. É sistema. Aqui, ó. Tá vendo aqui, ó? HDCP. Se você desativar essa configuração, algumas aplicações podem não ser usadas. Então, às vezes, ativando esse modo HDCP não funciona. Tenta desabilitar ele para ver se vai. Aqui, como eu uso além da placa de captura, antes da placa de captura, eu tenho um dispositivo de divisão de sinal. Esse dispositivo de divisão de sinal permite que eu passe o HDCP, mas se eu conectar direto na placa de captura, eu tenho que desativar o HDCP, senão a imagem não passa. Aqui o meu está ativado justamente pelo que eu te falei, eu tenho um divisor de sinal, e o divisor de sinal permite que o HDCP fique ativo. Mas se conectar direto na placa, tem que desativar.
There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the... So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhua, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhua, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhua, look! This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake!
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhua, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary.
Era isso mesmo? Pô, cara, que bom que eu pude te ajudar. Fico muito feliz, cara.
Divine damsel of devastation are not true to the facts.
Aí, uhul.
So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor
Nunca teve esse problema no PS4. Provavelmente essa opção de HDCP estava desativada, cara. Você que nunca percebeu, e na verdade, acho que essa informação, pra falar a verdade, essa informação é uma informação que eu encontrei por causa do PlayStation 3. Porque o PlayStation 3 tem esse bloqueio do HDCP e não tem como desativar, né? No PlayStation 3 não tem opção. Você tem que usar um divisor ou conectar ele na placa de captura sem ser HDMI. Se for com HDMI, ele não transmite a imagem para a placa de captura. Foi assim que eu aprendi sobre essa informação aí do HDCP. Então no PS3 não dá para desativar. Ela já é implementada no aparelho. No PS4 você consegue desativar.
Shenhua, Yunjin, cut the chit-chat. Let's
Aí,
go.
aí, é nóis, é nóis.
We can't let someone else beat us to it.
Isso aí. No PS3 eu consigo usar o HDMI por causa do meu divisor de sinal. O divisor de sinal, como eu te falei, para ele é indiferente se tem HDCP ou não. Ele consegue receber e transmitir o sinal mesmo com HDCP. Lá vamos nós. Até ali. Bonito o lago, hein? E agora? Eu tô aqui. E agora? Ué. Ah, espere até o entardecer, por volta das 17h30. Vamos adiantar a hora do jogo. Muito lindo, né, cara? Muito lindo. Isso porque você tá vendo na live. Tem que ver ele ao vivo. Ah, você viu, né? Você disse que jogou ele aí no PS4. Que burro que sou eu.
The truth of this.
Ué. Achou.
That's everything we need. Let's head back and report in. Hyman's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What brings you here?
Nada.
Have they found a solution to the
Okami?
danger in the sea?
Rapaz, eu vou falar pra você. Okami é um jogo muito lindo, né? Eu baixei ele, tô com ele aqui, mas acredita que eu não joguei? Não consegui ter vontade de jogar Okami. Sei lá, acho que eu não gostei da mecânica dele de pintura, mas o jogo é
According
lindo.
to the
Isso eu
contract,
sei.
as an adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Jogou no PS2? Eu tinha o PS2, na verdade eu tenho, mas atualmente o meu PS2 fica só, né, pra prateleira. Meu negócio é no emulador porque a qualidade gráfica fica muito melhor, né? Eu tenho jogos, mas prefiro jogar no emulador. O emulador faz milagres. Achou legal? Bom, cara, bom. Quem sabe um dia eu dê uma chance pra ele. É que na época que ele lançou, né, eu tava jogando outros jogos como Metal Gear Solid 3, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy, gosta muito. Então, tem alguns joguinhos que tem menos apelo a gente acaba deixando de lado, e foi o que aconteceu com o Okami.
Ad Astra Ab. Thank you for complete.
Ali.
Oh, goodness.
Cara, teu PC.
So, are they
Teu
okay?
PC, qual é o processador dele?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
Qual o processador? Ele tem placa de captura?
Guess now it's my time to shine.
E hoje em dia, até celular roda jogo de PS2.
I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business.
1.5, mas é antigo. Mas você tem placa de vídeo? Tem
Don't
1.5,
worry.
tem uma placa de vídeo?
It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Ele não é notebook
Without
não, né?
knowing the ins and outs
É
of your
Dell.
situation, I can't say whether
Dell
you should stay or
Latitude.
not. But
Dell
now that our paths have
Latitude.
crossed, we'll always have
É,
a connection.
realmente não deve ter não.
So if
Os
you're ever feeling
computadores Dell
down, come
feitos para
find me on my
trabalho
ship.
assim, geralmente
There'll be
não
a
tem
drink waiting for you.
placa de vídeo.
Thank you. So,
É mais para
Master Zhang, I'll
escritório,
need to use
para
your
uso
facilities to
de
make the
casa,
sigils.
né?
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Ah, é. Bom, sendo notebook, provavelmente realmente não tem uma placa de vídeo.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though
Mas
they are in
você
some respects
perguntar
inferior
o
to my
gameplay, você é de
masters,
onde, cara?
I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
Eu tava dando uma volta hoje lá
I've finished
no...
forging the things you asked for too.
Great! Let's go submit
Eu tava dando uma volta no OLX, cara. Que só tem aqui no Rio. Não, que só tem no Rio o quê? Tem um OLX em todo canto. Só tem no Rio outro serviço, que eu não tô lembrado agora o nome. São Paulo. Ah, tá. A época eu vi no OLX aqui no Rio, uma pessoa vendendo pelo menos umas partes do computador, um i5 de 7ª geração, já com a placa-mãe, memória RAM. Um preço muito bom, cara. A R$1.050. Só o processador já tá R$1.000. É usado, né? Pode botar aí uns 800 conto. A pessoa tava vendendo o gabinete, processador, a placa-mãe e acho que memória RAM por R$1.050. Mas isso aqui no Rio. Sim, sim. O meu processador é um i5 7500. O que a pessoa está vendendo é um i5 7400. É 100, número 100 abaixo do meu. Eu acho meu processador muito bom, cara. Eu consigo jogar os jogos aqui com uma qualidade muito boa. Claro, a placa de vídeo que eu tenho também ajuda muito. Eu tenho uma 1070. E aí, salve, salve, Bia. Boa noite, Bia. Seja bem-vinda. A Bia é jogadora de Yu-Gi-Oh! Baixei aquele Yu-Gi-Oh, Bia. Aquele Yu-Gi-Oh é muito bom, cara. E aí, tudo bem, Bia? Seja bem-vinda, seja bem-vinda. Arrumou o Play? Então, Bia, ele é só o leitor dele que não funciona, mas os jogos que estão no HD rodam tudo. Tudo que eu baixar, inclusive o Yu-Gi-Oh! Eu baixei, funciona de boa.
Already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see.
Eu tô bem, graças a Deus.
The
E
Wonder
você, e
Cores and
você?
Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
Passando raiva. Aquele jogo é muito bom, cara. É só pegar o jeito. Se eu não me engano, ele é bem igual ao que eu joguei no celular.
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Tem muitos viciados. A Laurinha, ela tá
Beidou
bem,
has
tá
some
dormindo.
business to attend to. She will join
Minha
later.
miudinha tá
Please
dormindo.
come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first.
Eu vou aproveitar que ela dormiu pra ragar um pouquinho. Caraca, 2 meses, cara, sem fazer live. Genshin, mais de 2 meses sem jogar Genshin. Minha filha vai fazer 5 anos. Em maio.
Combine the Adepti
Sou pai dos
sigils
meus
with the Wonder
irmãos.
Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now
Já fez essas
officially
missões aqui,
complete.
Bia?
Once the tethers
Você
are released,
continua jogando
it will
Genshin?
soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
Ah, então você já pegou a nova roupa da Ningguang.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Eita.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question?
Eita, lá vem a pergunta.
I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even
Não. Ah, as outras skins peguei. Tava lá no e-mail do jogo, né?
Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions
Peguei,
from
eu só não
us.
experimentei
Shenhe,
ainda, vou
you got
fazer
a
isso
question?
agora.
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've
Eita.
met, or something you've
Você fez
experienced
live
here.
mais cedo, Bia. Foi de
Or
que você
perhaps
fez
you
a
enjoy
live?
the atmosphere of
Não diga
Liyue,
BF,
and you
não
will
diga
become
BF.
accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou, it's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my
Witcher?
fleet could take it on their own.
Mentira que você
Don't
jogou The
worry.
Witcher e eu
I have
perdi.
made preparations. The wound
Ai, de
dressings are ready, and the
sacanagem.
Millilith have set up an ambush.
Que isso,
Glad to hear
cara.
it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know.
Fez duas, cara.
When I first set
É
foot in the
porque eu
Jade
não abro o
Chamber,
aplicativo no
I stood at
telefone,
the
então eu não
edge of the
recebo
platform
notificação.
and looked down upon Liyue
Que
Harbor
triste.
far below.
Eu vi que você
At
postou
that time, I
no
dreamed that
status do
one day the
WhatsApp,
Jade Chamber's
mas como eu
shadow
também
would be
tô
seen in all
ausente
7
do
nations of
WhatsApp, eu acabo
Tevant.
não pegando. Quando eu
My
vi já
wish
era
has not
tarde.
changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber
What you
anew at
talking
this time.
about?
I hope the
Nossa
Jade
amiga
Chamber will
Bia,
always
cara,
float in the
ela faz
skies
live
above
também na
Liyue
Twitch,
Harbor,
mas ela fez live
bearing
The
witness to
Witcher.
the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all
Fez
witness
live
it
The
with me.
Witcher, eu queria ter assistido,
Let the
perdi a
ascension
live.
ceremony commence.
Eita, agora é treta, galera, é treta, hein? Assistam aí.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
what's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Que é isso, rapaz? Cena irada, hein? Tu sumiu, o que aconteceu? Bom, primeiro que o meu PS4 tava desmontado, né? Aí outra que eu tava com a casa cheia, né? Tava ajudando aqui o pessoal, então ficou difícil de fazer live. Agora tá mais vazio, tá mais tranquilo. Talvez eu volte a fazer mais lives, não sei. Meu PS4 ainda tá com problema, tem que ser corrigido.
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
Caramba!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Eita!
Burst forth!
Obey!
Não, 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 não. Já falo com vocês aí, galera. Não, água não.
Feel this ancient power.
Unleash! Manifest!
Nice and spicy!
Deu ruim.
Let the show begin.
Forth, my
Ah, burro.
At the frying pan, into the fire!
É treta, meu amigo, é treta.
Come to be.
Tomei no meio do peito.
One with my blade.
Tô achando que eu vou morrer.
Go, Barbara, go!
11, mais ou menos.
You're toast! Race you!
Gastei a tua.
I'll protect us.
Eles estão muito longe, eu não consigo atirar em vocês daqui. É, eu tinha que ter alguém de arco e flecha aqui, não tinha? Chega mais pertinho, bem.
Let's dance. Nice and spicy.
Opa, vi de vocês. Nem tinha visto ele ali, cara. Não precisa.
Right hand into the fire.
Não precisa do arco, entendi. Olha, nem vi que ele tava tirando mais. Safadinho. Opa, opa. Vai ficar atirando de longe, safado? Ferrei.
Coming to be! Moments of birth!
Vem cá, vamos conversar.
Obey! Do your master's bidding!
Booba, get them.
Vem cá. Você tá com medo de mim, poxa? Vamos conversar. Ih.
I'll protect us.
Obrigado, Bárbara. É muito legal. Tá.
Coming to be!
Nice and spicy. Eat this.
Manifest! Obey!
Foi.
She's getting away. Shouldn't we go after her?
É, foi
This
difícil não.
place is
Foi
unstable.
fácil.
It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
Molezinha, molezinha. Mão com açúcar, cara. Por que que você não me disse que era mamão com açúcar assim? Ô, Bia, põe aí, ó, o meu nome, Eric. Agora não sei se é C ou é K, tem que olhar. Gameplay. Lá no Yu-Gi-Oh! Pra gente ser amigos.
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine.
Dá pra me adicionar lá como amigo.
I didn't expect you to follow me.
Não é CK não, acho que é só C. Ou é só C ou é
Don't
só K,
worry.
não lembro agora.
She's not coming back anytime soon.
Mas eu acho que é
After
só
an injury
C.
like that, she'll likely seek
Eric com
refuge
C
somewhere
sem o
else.
K. Gameplay.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the
Maninho,
crisis has
tô
been
indo.
safely averted.
Próximo já vai ter mais.
When
Valeu,
you visit the
gameplay.
Jade
Valeu,
Chamber
cara.
in the
Valeu.
future, you will be afforded generous
Agradeço muito aí a
treatment.
presença, cara. Valeu mesmo. E
Lady
fico feliz de ter te ajudado aí com quanto
sea
à
monster
placa.
has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Voltando a fazer minhas lives, dá pra aparecer nas suas também.
Thank you.
Eu não tenho
How
nem
are the
entrado,
Molotov?
mal entrado no YouTube, na Twitch, não tenho
Thanks
entrado
to
em
the
lugar
medical
nenhum.
supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our
Esses dias que eu
losses were
comecei a ver a
minimal.
do Xandão.
Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millelith, thank you for your service.
É nóis, maninho, é nóis.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers
Boa ideia,
recuperate,
cara, boa ideia.
but don't let your
Posta
guard
lá o
down.
link do teu
If she
canal.
returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on
Elogio.
balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
Sendo vigiado.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't
Pelo
explain
nome não
it, but
consegue? Deve ser bug mesmo.
I feel happier than I expected.
Tem uma outra maneira de pedir amizade?
Good.
Pelo número da ID, mas o número não é grandão,
Please
cara?
take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Né, pelo número de ID. Se você quiser tirar uma foto e mandar pra mim, eu te adiciono aqui.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has
Então, se
weathered
você
another
quiser,
crisis.
pode bater uma foto
This
ou mandar
banquet
pra mim.
must be the most
Eu coloco aqui.
spectacular ever.
E adicionar como amiga pra gente duelar. Vamos duelar, cara? Eu nem carta tenho pra duelar ainda. Eu peguei o deck do... Peguei o deck do... Gato Kaiba. Show, show. Já que você tá jogando mais tempo que eu, você pode me ensinar alguma coisa. Pode me dar mais aula. Aula grátis da Bia. É de graça, né? Vai cobrar não, né? Aula de graça, cara. Bom, terminada a missão, vamos vazar daqui. Falando nisso... Toma surra nada. Adios. Ah. Vamos pra missão. Mal viciada, toma surrada. Eu vi que você estava jogando direto. Hã? Yep.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
Vamos assistir a ópera.
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
Traumatizou.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, tá certo.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the divine damsel of devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I found
Como
the opportunity
ela como
I needed
cantora
to
é uma
change.
ótima boneca de mentirinha.
Miss Yun. Here you are.
Cara bêbado.
Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Nossa.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
Mulher braba, né? Vai só os ouvidos não, filho. Vai o corpo todo.
To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today.
Vai
I
tudo,
believe I
filho.
was able to deliver a more
Tô com
profound
fome.
performance because of it.
Fome.
Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet you. I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
Todo mundo gosta do viajante.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building of the new Jade Chamber. I will not forget this. I shall be sure to repay your kindness at an appropriate juncture.
Mais favor, mulher. Tá me devendo um monte de coisa, hein? Quando eu cobrar. Próxima missão. Felicidade nas estrelas. Falando nisso, deixa eu trocar meu personagem. Eu vou tentar, cara. Eu quero a roupa da Ling Wang. Aqui nós pegamos da Bárbara, né? Deixa eu... 3. Ah, eu achei que dava pra pegar. Tem que comprar, né? Poxa. Tem que comprar, cara. A dela foi dada. Aí. Não, aqui, ó. Você tá vendo a diferença? Ó. Tá vendo a diferença aqui, ó? Ele é como se fosse um macaquinho. Esse aqui não. Esse aqui é mais sexy. Vou ficar com essa malva aqui. Quem mais tá com... Ah, essa aqui, ó. Mudou quase nada. Muda pouca coisa. Muda pouca coisa. Quem mais ganhou skin? Deixa eu ver. A da Bárbara tem que comprar. Ah, sim, sim. Vamos ver a dela. Aí. Essa aqui é melhor. Mais sexy. Vou ficar com isso aqui mesmo. A do Rosário. É, a Rosário é essa aqui, né? Não gostei muito da roupa que deram pra ela, não. E a da Bárbara tem que pagar. A da Bárbara tem que pagar, tô fora. Eu quero a dela. A dela eu quero. Isso aqui. Então vou correr atrás. Ai, eu entrei ali por um motivo. Vou tirar esse carinha aí. É, mas eu não tenho a Jean, então... Não conta, cara. Eu não tenho a Jean, cara. Vamos colocar a minha rica.
The campaign begins.
Jogo. Mulherão. Uma missão.
Who would have guessed that rebuilding the Jade Chamber would draw out such a massive monster?
A Jean também é muito gata.
Their Paimon really thought the Jade Chamber was gonna be ruined again.
Ué.
Oh, but it's all over now. Who knows if the Lantern Rite can still go on after an incident like that, though. Let's ask Lady Ningguang how things are shaping up for the festival this year.
Pegamos. A Jean é mó gata, cara.
Send this report to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and have them delegate each of the tasks on the list to the appropriate departments. Also, be sure to tell them that though the Lantern Rite may be complicated, everything must be done properly.
Ok, ok.
Hello, Lady Ningguang. It's us again.
No, of course not. You are my honored guests.
And
And given the looks of you two, I presume that you're here to celebrate the Lantern Rite?
That's right. So what's on the agenda for the festival this year?
As always, there will be a variety of activities taking place. Oh, but there is one of particular interest. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is planning a fireworks show this year.
Ok.
Releasing Mingxiao lanterns has always been at the heart of the Lantern Rite. But with all that has occurred in Liyue as of late, I think the people of the city need something to warm their hearts. A feeling of everyone coming together in solidarity.
Uh-huh.
So, I believe that this year calls for a celebration of particular magnificence. We are currently in the process of placing fireworks at various locations all throughout Liyue. We shall choose a timely moment during the festival to set off all the fireworks in unison, allowing the sparkling lights and excitement to resonate with the hearts of the people.
E 3 horas de live. Acho que já tá na hora de terminar, hein?
Other places before. Is there something special about the fireworks in Liyue?
Fireworks were originally developed alongside many other inventions here in Liyue. When our ancestors first created fireworks, they were originally known as firecrackers. Their bright flashes and loud sounds were often used for warding off beasts or as warning signals to other people. In those days, it was difficult for people to contact one another while out farming the land, so they would carry firecrackers with them to give signals when necessary. But people's lifestyles began to change after Liyue Harbor was
O sono
founded.
bateu forte
They no
aqui.
longer had to
Agora
travel
eu
out
tô
of
com
town
fome
to
e
tend the
com
fields
sono.
anymore, so the use of firecrackers for
Fome e sono,
emergencies
cara.
also began to dwindle. But through our local customs, the pioneering spirit of the firecrackers
Comer
has
alguma
been
coisa antes
passed
de
down
dormir.
to this
Dá pra
very
dormir com
day.
fome, não.
We made improvements to firecrackers and began setting them off during the Lantern Rite to commemorate the tenacious spirit of our ancestors.
Wow. Everything has so much history in Liyue.
As I'm sure you already know, everything on this
E
land
você, dorme
accumulates
não, cara?
history and value as time passes.
Tem
That
que
is the
dormir.
nature of Liyue.
4h23. Papai do
I've
céu.
left Kuching in charge of the fireworks show. If you're interested, why don't we pay her a visit together?
Cara, já passou das 4, cara. Bora lá, Shogun. Então é isso. Muito obrigado aí quem compareceu. Bia, valeu por ter vindo aí dar um oi pra gente. Eu vou dormir, cara. A Milda já tá dormindo. A minha tia chegou de viagem ontem. Tava querendo dar um pulo na casa dela amanhã. Pra ver. Então tem que dormir um pouco. Se não dormir, eu não saio de casa. Então é isso. Muito obrigado mais uma vez pela presença. Valeu pela força aí, Bia. E não esquece de mandar o número lá do Yu-Gi-Oh! Não, pra gente pegar a amizade pra jogar junto lá, aprender junto, beleza? Um beijão no coração, uma ótima noite pra vocês aí. Fiquem com Deus todo mundo que compareceu, a galera que acompanhou. É isso, é nóis. Valeu, falou, Bia. Fui. Tem que dormir, cara, tem que dormir. Eu queria ficar, mas tem que dormir. Ó o Rasengan. Rasengan. Se der, a gente volta mais vezes pra fazer mais live, tá bom? É isso aí. Então, fiquem com Deus. Um beijo, abraço. E fui.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn,